Anyone listening in from Dublin? If you're listening from Dublin or you're watching from Dublin, let me ask you a question. How easy is it for you to access healthcare? How easy is it for you to get a doctor's appointment, to see a GP, maybe to get a prescription, to be seen in accident and emergency? How quick is that process? Do they come to you? Do doctors get in cars and come to you and visit you in your own home instead of you having to go to them and get an appointment? Do you have that kind of service? Do you have private medical insurance that allows that to happen for you as a Dubliner? Well, it's happening in some parts of Dublin, in one part in particular that we're going to look at today in Drumcondra. Now, I'm going to show you two really quick video clips. This little block of houses has been getting a lot of attention over the last couple of weeks. There's a chap who's done a sterling job, doing a sterling job. Dublin Videos 2024. I think he's out about on the move. I think he said he does deliveries, but as he's driving around Dublin, he's videoing everything. He keeps going past certain places. The link to his channel is in the description box underneath this video. But we first saw hordes of men moving into Drumcondra from City West Hotel that has now been bought by the state and is going to be turned into a monster IPAS centre with at least 2,000 units plus already there. They've bought the conference centre. They've bought the undeveloped 50-acre plot of ground around that no doubt they say they're not going to do anything with it, but it will be turned into who knows what, IPAS Central, possibly. But anyway, back to Drumcondra. Another video surfaced last week of men giving strange salutes, pointing their fingers to the sky, having barbecues at the back of this house, huge gardens, greenhouse areas, training on a punch bag in the gym, having barbecue, all men, all in Drumcondra. Now you're going to see a video clip of a doctor being dispatched out to this house, doing house calls for these men that are shacked up in this block of properties in Drumcondra in Dublin. But before we see the doctor on call outside of their house, we're going to get a quick clip of some of the residents coming out and giving our friend the one finger salute of a different kind as they're exiting the property.
Look at them all coming out.
This guy here. Look at these pair. Now, the one on the left's giving the thumbs up. You can sense the attitude of his lanky pal to the right. See what he does. There you go. There you go. Look at him. The arrogance. The arrogance. There's three of them. Only one of him. Wonder would he do that on his own if it was three Irishmen? I don't know. Maybe he's very brave and he's very well trained. He could have been the one beefing up, bulking up on steak on the barbecue last week and working out in the punch bag. But this is three of the men coming out of that property in Drumcondra either way. And now we're going to look at a clip that was taken, I think, today or yesterday with medical assistance being in the place. Not an ambulance, but a doctor on call. And remember, are you getting this level of service as an Irish resident and taxpayer, paying tax all your life, working hard all your life, grafting all your life, maybe been sick for a while, but you can't get a doctor, you can't get appointments? Well, they're coming to the IPAS centres. Are they coming to you? Let's have a look.
And look at the D doctor in there. They're getting well looked after, while other Irish people are waiting 2 to 3 weeks in primary care to see a doctor. But these fake UGs are getting to see doctors down at this place. It's absolute shocking what's going on. So you can see that. It's the IPAS Drumcondra.
That's the same block of houses. I think there's 3 large houses that are housing I don't know how many men in there. Someone flew a drone over in the back garden last week. It showed them all out in the sun, barbecuing, training on punch bags, moving around in big gazebos and outdoor greenhouse type areas, being deposited there last week in an unmarked transport vehicle with a large trailer with all their luggage on the back claiming they've come from City West, coming from Afghanistan, coming from Pakistan, all going into this block of houses. Very affluent area, I understand. Half an hour walk from the city centre, from Croke Park. Very expensive place to live, Drumcondra. But these guys are shacked up in here for free. No, they're not staying for free. Apologies. If you're listening to this and you're from Ireland, you're probably paying for it. You're paying for this service that they have. So not only have we seen the luxury that they're living in, but they have doctors on call now here as well.
Doctor calling into them. You have everything for free. Getting it all handed to them on a plate. Absolute joke. And as I was saying in the video yesterday, them giving me the 2 fingers. This is why they're giving you the 2 fingers, because they have everything. The social welfare, free rent, accommodation, and now they have free doctors. And these are absolute laughing at the Irish people, folks. It's absolute scandalous what's going on here. Absolute scandalous. Hospital appointments out the door. And this is just getting handed to them right on a plate. Coming into them. Taxpayers paying for this. It's absolute shocking what's going on.
Like, you see, you can see it for yourself. I mean, are people aware of what's happening? Are people aware of the extent of the benefits and the red carpet treatment that certain men, predominantly men by the looks of it, especially in this block, haven't seen any women, haven't seen any children, living in what I would only call the lap of luxury. Those houses are something else. The back gardens are huge. They've all been knocked into one. Walking in and out of there, groups of men casually giving the finger, 1 finger salute to an Irishman who happens to be sitting outside there videoing them. If he's working, he's paying taxes, he's contributing to this as well. Probably so are you if you live in Ireland and you're working and you're a taxpayer. Some of your tax is going towards keeping them in there. And again, I can't emphasize this enough. Maybe this is to rub salt in the wounds, already open wounds of many Irish people when they see this type of treatment that is given to refugees, claiming to be refugees, claiming to be asylum seekers, sitting in there, coming and going, get a weekly allowance, get a roof over your head, get the place cleaned probably, get healthcare to the door. I don't know what it's like where you are, but if I want to get a doctor's appointment tomorrow, I have to get up and be on the phone by about, I think it's 8 or 8:30, they open the lines. And then as soon as those lines are open, it'll tell you immediately you're number 95 in the queue, you're number 93 in the queue, you're number 86 in the queue immediately. And those lines only stay open for a certain time. And when those lines close, you have to try back again the next day. And if you do get through after caller number 85, you speak to a receptionist who triages you. A receptionist, no offense to receptionist, but you ain't no doctor. You shouldn't be deciding whether or not I get to see a doctor or not. But that's what's happening. Then they put you on to a waiting list that you might get a call back later that day from a GP. And if the GP calls you back and you happen to answer the phone, they might offer you an appointment that day that you may or may not be able to get to. And you've only got 5 to 10 minutes. And they say you can only talk about one thing. So you tell me, are you in the same position? Because these guys aren't. The doctors come to them. And apparently I've seen comments, other people have sent me messages to say that this happens regularly in larger IPAS centres like City West, for example, in Dublin and Sagart. There's on-call doctors dispatched out to there doing clinics. Is that true? I can't verify it. I can't back it up. I haven't looked into it. I'm just going by what I've been told. But even if that's not true, it's certainly happening here in Drumcondra. And it's not an emergency, I would think. There's no ambulance there. There's no flashing lights on. The car's parked up in there. The doctors may be in doing house visits like they used to do in the good old days. Remember the good old days when you were sick and the doctor would actually, you could speak to a receptionist who would put you through to a doctor who might come and see you in your house if you were too sick. I remember that back in the 80s, 40 years ago. Doesn't happen anymore. So much for progress. So much for progress with all the money that's being pumped into the health centre and all these technological advances we're being told we have. But to what avail? You're still waiting. They're not in Drumcondra. So anyway, leave me a message. Let me know what you think. No doubt this will incense many people. It's genuinely not my goal to incense anyone, but the content that I produce, by virtue of the fact that I'm shining a light under the dark underbelly of Irish society, it's going to incense people, me included. I get wound up watching this stuff and making this stuff. But anyway, let me know what you think in the comments below. If you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing to the channel. Cut and paste the link for this. Feel free to distribute it wherever you want. Drop it into Facebook group, WhatsApp group, Instagram group. Send it on an email. Do whatever you want with it. But let me know what you think below. My name's Rick Munn. This is No Risk, No Reward Media. And for now, I am over and out.